What's going on with you guys? Hope you guys are staying warm inside. I know it's been crazy with this cold weather, so make sure you guys are staying warm and staying safe from this cold front that's been coming. Okay, it's at the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend. It's finally here. Teams from the NFC and the AFC are trying to go to the Super Bowl that's being played on February 9th in New Orleans. I'm going to be doing the picks for the playoffs and even the Super Bowl, so let's start off with the Super Wildcard picks. Okay, Saturday you got the Chargers playing the Houston Texans. The Chargers made the playoffs. The main reason was Jim Harbaugh has been their coach that they hired. He has good NFL experience that he's had with the 49ers when they went to the NFC Championship game and even the Super Bowl. And he's won a national title with Michigan last year. The Chargers have been playing really good so far, and their run game seems pretty good. And for the Texans, they finished the season 10-7. CJ Stroud has been playing phenomenal in his year 2 as the starting quarterback. And this is the third time that the Texans are back in the playoffs, and they're trying to at least make a Super Bowl run, because this is the team that hasn't been to a Super Bowl or an AFC Championship game in franchise history. Because the Texans, I know everybody made a bet on them back during the preseason when they were signing everyone, and many thought that they were gonna at least get to the Super Bowl, but I know they got misplayed by the Baltimore Ravens on Christmas Day, and many thought that was gonna foreshadow what happens in the playoffs. Because you've seen other Houston teams like the Astros, who won 2 World Series titles, the Houston Rockets, who won 2 NBA titles, even the Houston Dynamo and Dash. Only one Houston team except the Texans, who are trying to get to the Super Bowl and try to win a first Super Bowl in the first time in their franchise history. There should be a pretty good game here Saturday, so I'll probably pick the Texans in this one, but don't be surprised if they get upset by the Chargers, so I'll pick the Texans in this one. Okay, primetime Saturday, got the Steelers playing the Ravens. Steelers, they got misplayed by Cincinnati last weekend. Obviously, the Bengals aren't even in the playoffs, but Russell Wilson has been playing really good so far. Third time, it's been a while since we've seen Russell Wilson in the playoffs, since 2021 when he was still with Seattle. The Ravens, they got the 3 seed. That means that they got a big win, which made a huge statement on that they can be a dangerous team moving forward in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson has been playing really good football so far. Even Derrick Henry has been surpassing every record, and that was the missing piece that the Ravens were going after. This is a good rivalry game right here. I know it's been a while since the Steelers. Last time that they won a playoff game was 2016 when Ben Roethlisberger was quarterback. And I know these two teams have been rivalries since Ray Lewis and Joe Flacco. And I know the Ravens offense can make explosive plays, so I think the Ravens will win this one, so I'll pick Baltimore in this one. Okay, Sunday you got 3 triple-header games. You got Denver playing the Buffalo Bills. Broncos are back in the playoffs for the first time since Super Bowl 50. Bo Nix has been playing good in his rookie year. He helped send the Broncos back into the playoffs. I know their offense has been making good explosive plays lately. And Buffalo, they have the number 2 seed, so if they win this game, then they'll either play Pittsburgh or Baltimore. And I know Josh Allen has been playing really good football so far. I know he can make good explosive plays on the offense and the defense that knows how to stop the run. And this is Von Miller facing his old team, the Broncos, that he used to play for since their Super Bowl 50 run. And I know Buffalo can make a lot of good plays on their offense, and they know how to run the football more, and this game should be a pretty good one. So I'll pick the Buffalo Bills in this one. Okay, the afternoon game, you got the Packers playing the Eagles. Rematch from Week 1, the game that was played in Brazil. the Packers. Jordan Love has been playing really good. This is the second time that he's with the Packers as a 7th-seed team. That's basically a road team. And the Eagles, have been playing really good so far with Saquon Barkley, who's been surpassing every team's record, and I know Jalen Hurts might play in this game because I know he didn't play in the last two because of the concussion protocol, but I don't know. I mean, everyone betting on Philly when they signed Saquon Barkley, and I know the Packers, they're trying to get to the NFC Championship game and try to get to the Super Bowl. But this should be a pretty good game right here because the Packers did play the Eagles a decade ago in the 2011 playoffs, where Aaron Rodgers won a playoff game against Philly, and the Packers won it all that year. So I'll pick the Packers to win this game because I think Jordan Love is going to make a lot of big plays on the offense, and he's going to send the Eagles home early in the first round. So I'll pick the Packers in this one. Okay, primetime game. You got the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Commanders, Jaden Daniels, so far the whole season, he kind of reminds me more of Robert Griffin III, who knows how to run the ball and make big plays. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are back in the playoffs for a fourth straight year in a row with Baker Mayfield, who helped them clinch the NFC title against the Saints last weekend. And Tampa Bay knows how to make explosive plays on their offense, and the last time these two teams met in the playoffs was 2021 when Tom Brady was going play after play to beat Washington. And they went on to their Super Bowl run that was being played in Tampa because these two teams have been rivals. And the last time that Washington won a playoff game was that 2005 season. And I know they haven't won a playoff game since that year, but it should be a pretty good game right here on Sunday night, so I'll pick the Buccaneers in this one. Because I think the Buccaneers, they're going to send Washington home, so I'll pick Tampa Bay in this one. Okay, in the Monday night, you got the Vikings playing the Rams. The Vikings had their shot at getting the number 1 seed last weekend against Detroit, but unfortunately, they got misplayed by the Detroit Lions that last Sunday night game. The Rams are back in the playoffs. They're trying to at least move to the next round because this is a rematch from the Week 8 game where the Rams won that game to keep their playoff hopes alive. And Minnesota has been playing really good so far with Sam Darnold, and at least they got an upgrade on Aaron Jones, who knows how to make the explosive plays on their offense, and should be a pretty good one here on Monday night. So I'll take the Vikings on this one, because I think the Minnesota Vikings are gonna go up and beat the Rams. So I'll pick the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Rams, because I think Sam Darnold's having a good, phenomenal year. I think he could be their future quarterback moving forward. So I'll pick the Vikings in this one. So there you go. There are your Super Wildcard picks. Obviously, Cowboys aren't playing, so I'll be chilling on the couch just like the rest of America's doing, and see which teams from the NFC and the AFC make a Super Bowl run and get to the big game on February 9th. So there you go. There are your Super Wildcard picks. Always make sure you bet responsibly and stay warm inside. Peace.